What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Today we're having a look at the brand new 9.5 anniversary legend, being Katakuri and Oven. Now this, even though it debuted alongside the Luffy and the Shanks character, this character is actually not considered an anniversary exclusive character. So after this event period, the month after this event period concludes, this character will be in normal legend tickets, which is kind of cool. However, you know, we did make the initial conclusions. I wasn't very happy with the design of this character. However, I must say, after utilizing this character in a fair few pieces of content, there's actually some clips that I'm not even showing in this video that I did use this character for. This character is actually pretty easy to build teams for, and he's just a solid unit all round. However, while he has some uses as captains, I do feel he's definitely going to see way more usage as a sub, as he does have some nice uses and synergies with some other characters in the game. So let's actually get into breaking down what this character is all about. His deck's Cerebral Powerhouse, so interesting class combinations. You don't see Cerebral Powerhouse too often. His captain ability is interesting, giving -1 cooldown to Strength, Dex, and Psi characters, but then will give a 5.25 times attack boost to those three typings as well. However, he does state that he gives them 5.75 times attack during the turns that you launch his special, so he actually becomes an incredibly powerful unit, especially because he does have a super type as well. So multipliers aside, like, he's just very good with the amount of damage that he's able to output if you do opt to use him as a captain, but of course it is only during turns you launch the special. He does also have a 1.2 health boost, so he does give you additional tankiness, and then the whole gimmick of using this character as a captain is he has the exact same kind of thing that version 1 Katakuri had as a captain, where depending on how much damage you dealt with normal attacks during the turn, you would inflict the enemy with burn and defense down. Now this is interesting because I was doing some testing with this, and you know, obviously you're trying to stall for some cooldowns a little bit before you run into these boss fights, and I did find that whenever I would hit these thresholds of being able to inflict defense down to the enemy and inflict burn to the enemy, both of these different gimmicks wouldn't actually occur all the time. Sometimes it was just burn, sometimes it was just defense down, so I'm a little confused about that, but you can see here that the effect of the burn and defense down actually lasts for 2 turns, and the whole gimmick here is they want you to do damage to the opponent, inflict them with burn and defense down, and then it allows you to use their special ability to get a defense down conditional boost. That's basically the whole point here. Obviously, he is a Dex Charlotte family member, so he can synergize somewhat with the new Super Sugo Fest Big Mom that came out a couple of months back, and she's really great. She has a burn conditional boost and allows you to double stack conditional boost, so you can have this Katakuri Oven giving you a defense down conditional boost, and then you can have the Big Mom, which would give you an ignited conditional boost, and being able to stack both of those effects together is very powerful, as you guys will see in the final clip of this video. So the captain ability is probably the weakest component of this unit altogether. Let's have a look at that super type though. Super type is pretty interesting, very easy to activate as well. You just need one of the listed characters. You got a couple of Charlotte family members there, but you can also use Luffy, Shanks, and Kobe. And remember, here's a type captain, Strength, Dex, and Psi characters. So one of these characters that are one of those types, very easy to do, and the effect itself is not that bad. So it does 300 times his attack and Dex damage to all enemies at the end of the turn for 3 turns. End of turn damage is always useful, getting around resilience, and resilience has been more and more common over the last few months or so, at least this year. Resilience, I feel, has been on just about every piece of content that's been coming out, so more resilience removal is always good, but he also allows you to reduce enemies' defense by 90% for 3 turns, so even though he has a special ability that gives you a defense down conditional boost, and it doesn't actually proc the defense down, you have to use his captain ability to inflict it to the opponent. He does have his super type that can still inflict it, however, it doesn't go through full immunity. I would have loved if this went full through immunity, even if it wasn't a 100% reduction, even if it was like a 50% reduction that went through immunity. I would be really happy because it means you could always get this conditional boost, but 90% reduction for 3 turns. I feel like the fact that it doesn't go through full immunity, it should have just been 100%, so I'm a little bit upset about that. And then his super type also gives you a 30% heal to your crew, and it allows you to overheal as well. So even if you're at full HP, you can use it, overheal, get a lot of HP back, and then use his special ability, which, as we'll get to in just a moment, does have some health cutting effects, but also allows you to pseudo double special with this character, which it has some nice synergies for sure. I think the super type is a really good thing, just a little bit upset about the fact that the defense down does not go through full immunity. So let's talk about the special ability here because it's very, very fascinating. So the initial stating here of the special is that if you have 61% or more HP when you launch the special, it cuts your health by 60%, but you fully charge this character special to max. So as long as you're above 61% health, you get a full double special launch with this character, which is really cool because it allows you to, use the special in one stage and then you can use it on a later stage, or you can use both in the same turn depending on the scenario that you're up against. But the actual other effect itself, so aside from fully charging his special, the effect says it greatly boosts the chances of landing on a matching slot and then changes all slots including block randomly unless you have an already withstanding matching slot, tandem, or recovery slot. So that's the interesting thing about this character is that when you launch the special, you're not even guaranteed to get a full board of slots, which can be a bit frustrating, meaning sometimes you may have to actually just reset the game to ensure that you actually get the slots that you want to receive. So it's very, very frustrating, but at least you can like pseudo double special, you can launch it multiple times to kind of get a higher chance at landing those slots. Just very, very weird design for a 2023 legend, and like this type of effect is something you would have seen back in like, 2019 or beforehand, but for 2023 to a character to not even give a full board of slots, just increase the chances of landing on it. Yeah, it's a bit of an old school kind of design. Furthermore, the special will now also give you a 2.5 times conditional boost against defense down enemies. So a 2.5 conditional boost is up there with some of the best in the game. Most conditional boosts that release these days are around a 2.25. But we've seen that there have been recently more and more additions of these higher multiplier conditional boosts, and this is one of them. So 2.5 is very, very acceptable. And then it says that if you launch the special and you already have a conditional boost activated, then it's going to give a plus 1.5 chain addition for 2 turns. So that's nice. A 1.5 chain boost is exceptionally high for a chain multiplier addition. And then it also says that if you already have a chain addition when you launch the special, then it will actually give a 1,250 base attack boost for your entire crew for 2 turns. So the way that you can kind of use it is if you double special with this character, you can get a chain boost of 1.5, and then if you already have a chain boost, you can get a 1250 base attack boost. So if you're running double Katakuri oven and you launch 3 specials, you actually can get all of the buffs. Alternatively, you can have another chain addition on your crew so that when you double special, that you can actually get base attack and the conditional boost and all of those good things. So the special ability is all well and good. It just means that if you use him as a sub, you have no way of getting the defense down against the opponent, so you do have to rely on other components in order to do that. And of course, the newly released 9.5 Anniversary Shanks does have a special ability that can inflict defense down through full immunity, as you're seeing in this clip here, versus the Arena Queen. The only other character that can do it that's kind of good is actually the Lord and Kid. However, he doesn't really synergize that well with Katakuri and Oven. But you could also use the Super Sugo Fest exclusive Nico Robin, also doing a defense down conditional boost, then doing defense down through immunity. Doesn't really help you that much in this state though. But that's anyways going to be the full rundown of Katakuri and Oven. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about this guy down below in the comment section. Definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I'm still not a big fan of some of the design choices that they chose for this character. But I must say that I was definitely surprised at how good this character was in content, judging from the initial overview of the character. Hopefully you enjoyed the video though. If you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.
Yaめるのだ、キャロット。